Hey viewers, Katie here. So today I thought I would vlog from the kitchen because one of the sacrifices we make in community is most people have to share the responsibilities of cleaning and cooking and just about everything that goes on in the house. So today it's about 12:36 in the afternoon on Wednesday, and today's my day to cook. So tonight's dinner is going to be extra special because we're going to have a guest tonight, my formation director. So I am making a Greek meal. So it's going to be a Greek flavored kind of chicken with some special sauce, some new recipe. I hope it turns out. Quinoa, a Greek styled quinoa. If you don't know what quinoa is, it's Quinea, I believe. Look it up. It's amazing. It's organic and it's beautiful. It's very healthy and it tastes great, and you can eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Tons of recipes for it on Pinterest. Just a little shout out there. And for dessert, I'm making my family recipe of banana cake. I'm probably the third or fourth generation to use Papal Brown's banana cake, and it's my favorite. And I will make it from scratch, and I'll ice it from a recipe from scratch as well. So I hope you enjoy the little snippets I give you, and just remember, the banana cake recipe is secret, so I'm not going to show you all the ingredients, but we'll see what I can do. So to start, I'm going to wear comfortable clothes, so I'm just wearing a plain black shirt and some red comfy shorts. Pretty much barefoot. I'm going to go turn on the music, because that's step number two for a good time in the kitchen. So let's get started. Alright, well, now my music is on, my favorite station, K99.1 FM, Dayton Country. I have my recipe box here that's got a lot of my special recipes in it. I'm going to pull out my special banana cake recipe that just happens to be in the front. I'm going to begin gathering my special ingredients. Sorry, my nose itches. You know, the usual: flour and baking soda, bananas, of course, among other great things. But I'm not going to give them all away because remember, this is a secret recipe. Note to self: next time when I'm going to bake a cake, I should probably ask my community members where they keep the blender. That probably would have been very helpful. So in the meantime, I'm going to look for the blender, and you hang in there, and I'll be back as soon as I can. Still having no luck finding this gosh darn blender, so it's time to call my housemate. Leave her a message. Hopefully she'll call me back. This is embarrassing. So I just called my housemate, and then I happened to look where we keep cereal in this crazy cupboard over to my left. And wouldn't you know, the blender is in there. I would have never have thought it would be there, but hey, it was. Did you know that if your cake recipe calls for buttermilk, you can take your milk, so say if you need 3/4 and milk, and take 1 tablespoon of white distilled vinegar, you know, the stuff you cook with, 1 tablespoon of vinegar to that 3/4 regular milk to make your buttermilk? Thanks to Grandma for that little hint, because I would never buy buttermilk just to make a cake. Little tricks of the trade, thanks to Grandma. Note to self: it would probably be a good idea while I'm preparing all the ingredients to blend to turn on the stove, especially considering our stove takes like 20 minutes or more to preheat. So I'm going to turn on the stove. So you should probably turn on the stove at the very beginning when I said about the time to turn on music. So let's turn on the stove. The majority of the time for my family special banana cake, I just use vegetable oil or EVOO, extra virgin olive oil, instead of shortening. But since I live in community, just like grandmas always have in their refrigerator, we have Crisco. We have shortening. So I'm going to go ahead and use the shortening, and cross your fingers and say your extra prayers, because I hope it works. Well, I know it'll work, but I hope the cake tastes as good as I remember, because I've never made it with shortening before. 3 bananas equal 3 smashed bananas equals 1 cup. Did you know that? I looked that up. Did you know that in some parts of the country, people actually open the banana from the opposite end of the butt? They just kind of pinch the top, and it peels nice and cleanly. I don't know how most people like to smash their bananas, but when I peel a banana, and then I like to cut it up or break it up into smaller pieces, about a ½ inch to an inch long, and throw it into a mixing jar like this, and just take a spatula and just smash it in all different directions and just push it down, and it gets smashed. Oops, I don't want to spill that on my computer, but it smashes up pretty good, and then whatever chunks are still in there, the blender's gonna get it. So let's not be all technical about smashing bananas. Come on now. You know what my favorite part was growing up at Grandma's baking cakes, learning to bake? It was licking the blender sticks after we were done. So guess what I'm gonna do next? Oh crap, I just got something on it. I gotta hurry up and lick these before they drip all over my computer. Yeah, so I totally made a mess all over my computer. Oh well. But you know, the rule of thumb with licking those sticks is, if the batter tastes good, then you know the cake is going to taste good. So if the batter isn't any good, then the cake isn't going to be good. And so there would be no point in me serving it tonight, especially my formation director, unless I was in for or something, but we don't even want to go there. So I've thrown together this Greek marmalade for this chicken. And it's kind of interesting. It's yogurt based, and it's got parsley and salt and pepper and oregano, olive oil, salt and pepper in it, and you kind of throw that together, you mix it up, and then you throw it all in a bag, 3.5 to 4 pounds of chicken, and you just kind of shake it around, massage it in, and you let it marinate. It calls for 30 minutes, but given that I need to throw this dinner together for a few hours from now, and I've already been cooking for almost an hour and a half, since it was about 1:30, no, it was 12:30, so it's been almost 3 hours, I guess, since I've been cooking. So I'm going to just go ahead and throw this together now. Great, this bag is leaking. That's not very nice. And I'm going to let it sit a little extra long, since it's going to be for tonight's dinner, and I hope that it doesn't leak all over the place. So let me just grab the other one. What I ended up doing, since I had a little bit more than 3.5 to 4 pounds of chicken, is I split the marinade in half, and I'm going to make it work, and then so I split it in half into 2 different bags. So I got a lot of chicken here, but you know, I like to have leftovers. You know, I don't like to cook like this when I have like homework and stuff to do. So just try and massage all this together, and I've already taste tested it, you know, a little finger dip right into the marinade, and ooh, does it taste good. The only thing that bothers me a little bit is the oregano leaves. They're kind of thick and they get stuck in my mouth, but I hope since it's just a marinade, it won't be too exotic, you know, once the chicken is cooked. And then it says after you let it marinate for 30 minutes, you can just grill it out on the grill, or you can bake it in the oven. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. So I guess it'll just be a surprise. So I'm going to go ahead and just wrap up this video, because I'm sure you, my viewers, are like, what the heck, Katie? This video is really long, and I'm sorry about that, but you know, I really wanted to be thorough. So basically all I have left for this Greek dinner is to ice this banana cake once it's cool enough. Icing's already made, of course, made from scratch. And then throw the chicken in a casserole dish, throw it in the oven, and then put together a salad, rather, you know, with some crumbled blue cheese and some black olives and whatever else I decide to make it festive Greek. I might throw some corn in there or something just for some color. And then I just need to make my quinoa. So again, if you don't know what quinoa is, look it up. Go to Pinterest. There's another shout out to Pinterest. Gotta love Pinterest. Go on Pinterest and look up quinoa and look at all the different recipes. And I'm going to make this Greek quinoa tonight. So look for it. Tell me what you think. And I will catch you all later. Ciao.